Well, folks, we were hoping to go down to the Four Seasons for a few He-Man Rugger pints, but unfortunately, George Hook the Great wants to make yet another point this time about Ronan O'Gara. George!
Well, no, I don't want to make a point about Ronan O'Gara, but
what do you want to talk about?
What I do want to do is this, if you'll let me finish, Tom.
Finish away, George!
Is talk about this game in the context of Ireland's progress in world rugby and pluck irrelevant quotes from the Bible while I'm doing it, Tom.
Well, I'm not sure that relevant quotes in the Bible are entirely relevant, George. Grandpa, what do you think about quotes in the Bible?
Well, I don't know.
Popey wouldn't know the Bible if it came up to him and bit him on his huge New Zealand Kiwi square head, Tom.
Thanks very much for that, George. Now, George, after our performance in the Six Nations Championship, George, do you think Irish rugby is right up there with Australia and New Zealand?
I think it's right up there now with the Isle of Man, Tom.
The Isle of Man, George? Slightly harsh there. Grandpa, what do you think, the Isle of Man?
Well, I don't know. The Isle
what Popey knows about the Isle of Man is exactly what the Isle of Man knows about Popey. Nothing.
Which is exactly what you know about rugby, George. Nothing!
Okay.
Aye! Christ, you're ugly, but I love you. No! The Six Nations are over, George, so to sum up this season, what would you say, George?
Well, to quote from the great book of Ecclesiastes...
no, George, you are all out of quotes. You have used up your quote quotient. Bren Pope, do you have any quotes to make? You haven't used up your quote quotient.
Well, I don't know, to maybe...
Popey would know a quote if an inverted comma came up to him and bit him on his oversized Antipodean
Well,
arse.
I'm going to have to cut you across there, George, before you say arse.
Too late, Tom.
Indeed, too late.
But to sum up, Tom, this Irish team was as predictable as your wallet in the Barclay Court bar, Tom.
Is that right?
It didn't come out to play, Tom.
No, not very funny. That is, of course, a predictable and stupid way of a very stupid, fat, ugly man. George Hook, and of course, we've got the Australian there. The New Zealander, Bren Pope. Thank you very much. That's all we've got time for this particular Six Nations. Catch me on my radio show. Shut up, you stupid man. I am such a finer man.